Hello everyone. Welcome back to Old Charles. Today we're going to take a closer look at a small but very interesting coin from the Philippines, the 25 Sentimos coin from 1986. Even though it's just a quarter of a peso, this coin carries a lot of history, and for collectors, it has value beyond its face worth. So let's dive deep into its story, design, and current value in different conditions. The 1986 25 Sentimos coin belongs to the Flora and Fauna series, which was introduced by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas (BSP) in the early 1980s. This series replaced the Ong Bagong Lipunan coins of the 1970s. The new series highlighted the Philippines' rich natural heritage, showing local plants and animals. 1986 was a historic year for the Philippines. It marked the end of the Marcos era after the People Power Revolution and the start of Corazon Aquino's presidency. Coins minted during this period became symbols of transition and change. Now, let's talk about its market value. Even though this coin is no longer in circulation, it is still collected by numismatists worldwide. The value depends on condition, rarity, and demand can fetch Cuban peso 100 to 150 Cuban pesos PHP, around $2 to $3 USD. Collectors often look for coins with sharp details, no scratches, and original shine. A coin in mint condition is always more desirable and valuable. This coin is part of a transitional historical era, making it special for Philippine history collectors. Since the 25 Sentimos denomination is very small, many people ignored or lost them. So finding uncirculated 1,986 examples is harder than finding higher denominations. Some sets of the Flora and Fauna series are highly collectible, and having this coin completes the series. While the 1986 Philippines 25 Sentimos coin may not make you instantly rich, it holds great historical significance and collector's value. If you have one in your collection, make sure to keep it safe, especially if it's in uncirculated condition. We're going to explore a coin that might look small, but has a story bigger than you think, the 25 Sentimos coin from 1986, Philippines. We'll talk about its history, design, condition, and current value. But most importantly, we'll dive into the fascinating history behind it. Let's begin. The Philippines 25 Sentimos 1986 coin is part of the Flora and Fauna series, which was introduced in 1983 by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. This coin replaced the older Ong Bagong Lipunan series that had been circulating since 1975 under the regime of Ferdinand Marcos now. Why was this change significant? By the early 1980s, the Philippine government wanted to modernize its coinage and at the same time highlight the cultural and natural heritage of the country. Instead of just political slogans or government symbols, the new series focused on heroes of history and native wildlife. For the 25 Sentimos, the government chose Juan Luna, one of the greatest Filipino painters of the 19th century, known for masterpieces like Spoliarium. His inclusion was a tribute to Filipino art and nationalism. But what makes the 1986 issue special is the year itself. 1986 is remembered in Philippine history as the year of the People Power Revolution, EDSA Revolution, a peaceful uprising that ended the two-decade rule of President Ferdinand Marcos. After years of dictatorship, corruption, and martial law, the Filipino people united in massive demonstrations calling for freedom and democracy. In February 1986, Marcos was forced into exile and Corazon Aquino, the widow of the slain opposition leader Ninoy Aquino, became the new president of the Philippines. This means that the 1986 25 Sentimos coin was one of the first coins struck and circulated under the new government, symbolizing a new chapter for the Philippines. While the design itself had already been introduced a few years earlier, the 1986 issue carries strong historical weight because it was minted during the nation's transition from dictatorship to democracy. At the same time, the coin also reflects the economic struggles of the period. During the mid-1980s, the Philippines faced high inflation, a weakened peso, shortages in basic commodities, a drop in international investor confidence. Despite these hardships, the government continued producing coins to maintain stability in everyday transactions. However, since the 25 Sentimos was such a small denomination, it often got ignored, misplaced, or simply lost in circulation. Many Filipinos at the time didn't bother keeping 25 centimos coins because inflation reduced its buying power. For perspective, in the 1980s, 25 centimos could buy you a small piece of candy, but it wasn't enough for bigger items. Today, it has almost no purchasing value, which is why surviving pieces are mostly found in collections rather than circulation. Thus, this coin is a small witness to a critical turning point in Philippine history: the move from authoritarian rule to democracy, the struggle of the Filipino economy, and the celebration of national pride through its design. Features the Philippine eagle, also known as Haribon, one of the most endangered eagles in the world. The denomination, 25 centimos. National text, Republica ng Pilipinas. Now let's talk about value. Circulated condition, 5 to 15 Cuban pesos PHP, about $0.10, $0.30 USD. Very fine condition, **, 20 to 40 Cuban pesos PHP, about $0.40, $0.80 USD. Extremely fine condition, **, 50 to 80 Cuban pesos PHP, about $1, $1.50 USD. Uncirculated condition, **, 100 to 150 Cuban pesos PHP, about $2, $3 USD. Coins in mint condition are much rarer because most 25 centimos coins were heavily used in circulation or simply discarded due to their low value, part of the flora and fauna series, which many collectors try to complete. 1986 issue ** stands out because of its connection to the People Power Revolution. Its small denomination makes surviving high-grade examples harder to find, boosting collector interest. While the 1986 Philippines 25 centimos coin may look like just pocket change, it is actually a historical artifact from one of the most important years in Philippine history. It represents a nation in transition, the pride of Filipino culture, and the challenges of its economy. If you find one, keep it safe, because it's more than just a coin, it's a piece of history. We're going to explore a small, but historically important coin, the Philippines 25 centimos 1986. We'll cover its long history, design, and most importantly, its value in different conditions. So if you have one of these coins, stay tuned to see how much it could be worth depending on its grade. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is everything. The same coin can be worth only a few pesos if it's heavily worn, or many times more if it's in pristine condition. Collectors use a grading scale to describe the state of a coin. Let's go step by step for the 1986 25 centimos coin. So as we can see, the condition of your 1986 25 centimos coin plays the biggest role in determining its value. From just a few pesos if it's worn, to over 150 Cuban pesos if it's in mint state. Every scratch and every detail matters. If you have this coin,